It beats with a periodicity. Now suppose that periodicity becomes aperiodic. It's no longer thug, it is thug, gap, now thug. Then what does it happen? What is it called? A heart failure, arrhythmia. Okay? So that aperiodicity sometimes is due to the chaotic behavior. So in your heart, if you have chaos in your heart, if there is craziness in your heart, then it is dangerous. It's fatal. You might die. And heart is an important part of our body, right? Everything from the mind to the body is related to your heart. So this is where chaos is unwanted. But again, your brain complexity, the neuronal diseases or the neuronal, for example, the spinal cord, that is where chaos is necessary because chaos is also a complex system and brain neurons are a complex network. That is why we study artificial neural networking, right? That is a complex network. So there, chaos is necessary. So we know that even in our human body, there are two sides of the same coin. When chaos is necessary, for example, in brain, where chaos is unnecessary. For example, in your heart, right? So this is how we are going to study where chaos is necessary and where chaos is unnecessary. Now, for example, Parkinson's disease. The Parkinson's disease, there's no cure till date. It's some of the symptoms are rigidity, slowness of movement, difficulty in walking, and sometimes you also suffer from short-term memory loss. Okay, so dementia, depressions, sleep, emotional problems. Now, all of this may happen because the chaotic network is not working properly in your nerves. Okay, chaos is also found in so many diseases. For example, tumor cells. For example, cancer cells. For example, HIV, sickle cell anemia. And did you even know that even the COVID transmission is chaotic in nature? So it's also found in Ebola virus disease. It was also found in dengue. It was also found in so many other epidemics as well. Now, so this is, you can see, this is a diagram we have drawn for the human scalp, cerebrum. So we have divided, these are the various points of electrode positioning. And there is a parietal lobe, there is a frontal lobe of the cerebrum, there is also the occipital lobe that is responsible for your vision. So we have taken three particular electrodes and connected to this particular points here. P3, P4, O1. That means two are from parietal lobe, one for O1. Now we have extracted the EEG signal from the brain. And then we have gone for further modeling, and this is a circuit. I will not go into details of the circuit. This is just an overview. Now this is a chaotic attractor. This is when your brain is normal. It doesn't have Parkinson's. But if it becomes periodic in nature, then you will not find all this. You won't be finding all these chaotic trajectories. You will find a single circle. Okay? That is where the onset of disease begins. So this is in sickle cell disease, this is an Ebola virus, which are unhealthy models. And these are some of the examples. For example, plague. Plague is also chaotic in nature. Cancer is chaotic in nature. COVID is chaotic in nature. HIV is chaotic in nature. So these are some of the publications that we have done based on the modeling we did of various diseases related to the heart, related to the body. So this is Professor Fenton. Professor Fenton is a professor of Department of Physics, Georgia Institute of Technology. Professor Cherry is also a professor from Georgia Institute of Technology, Biomedical Engineering. They both work in IoT-based health models. And here we have Professor Chen from University of California, Merced, USA. He also works in similar kinds of tools to detect diseases. And then we also have Professor Polos and Professor Kapitania, who are from Greece and Poland respectively. So till now, we have discussed about the modeling, whether chaos is necessary, whether chaos is not necessary. But where does IoT come into picture? This is yet to come. IOT, Internet of Medical Things. So what are we doing on our next stage of the project? We are modeling the heart dynamics. So there is a remote interactive simulation of these heart models, which are macro cell. You need billions of equations to be solved. So we are simulating the heart model, and we are also estimating potentially arithmetic drugs for virtual diagnosis of COVID-19 patients with cardiac comorbidities. Now, are you aware that in India, the largest killer is heart? लोग मरते हैं दिल के लिए. The largest killer is heart in the sense that we have huge number of heart patients. Okay, so people die the most because of heart disease, heart-related disease. लोग खुश रहना नहीं जानते हैं. And even in COVID also, the first was heart patient, the second was diabetes. And I have a close contact with this because my father has gone through this, both heart and diabetes. So we decided that why don't we propose a model that imitates the heart, and then we apply the various drugs that were used during COVID-19 treatment and see how they are impacting in causing arrhythmia. Arrhythmia means not rhythmic, means it is a heart failure symptom. Rhythm broken, arrhythmia. Okay. So this is when the heart beats with irregular pattern. So we wanted to implement or promote or design a model where remote diagnosis was possible. So a doctor would, from his end, would give study the different impact of drugs for different concentrations given to the patient which is sitting on the other end of the globe, and then study accordingly, give the diagnosis accordingly. So this is what Internet of Medical Things we propose. So these are some of the drugs we do. We are at a very basic level of research right now. We have just finished the heart modeling at present, and we are going through these 8 drugs that are commonly used during COVID-19 diagnosis. So we have used 3 concentrations for each of this: low, medium, high. And these are actually snapshots of the web page that we have designed. These are actually running. These are actually running APD signals, action, potential, duration of the heart. The heart is also an electrical system, by the way. So this is in milliseconds, this is in millipulse. So these are actually the running signals of the heart running, and these are the various parameters. We have calcium, we have sodium, we have potassium, salts in our bodies. So we need to have a perfect balance between them. So we also can find out the various parameters and listed there. And this is the membrane potential of a healthy heart. The APD duration is, I know it's very tiny, but I'm reading it out for you. It's 256. So if APD is between 200 and 400, your heart is healthy. If it exceeds 400, means onset of heart attack. In this case, membrane potential for terfenadine. So terfenadine is one of the drugs used for COVID-19 patients. So if the COVID-19 patient is also a heart patient, and if he uses a medium concentration of this particular drug, if you see this is APD is 515, onset of heart attack. Okay, so these are some of the work we have done so far. It's still in a rudimentary stage. I wish I could show you the web page, but we are still designing. We have already designed this part. Rest is we are working on it. So this project was funded by Tesco University Research and Innovation Grant, whatever we have been working on. And also, we got the Young Scientist Award in 2019, which is also given by the Assam State Science Center, just like here we have Arunachal Pradesh State Science Center, and we got a grant of rupees 1 lakh. So that 1 lakh is what we use for this project, and we are presently working on e-health. So the next is, this is the playground of Tesco University. So that is the swimming pool. This is the basketball court. This is a cricket pitch. And we also have a lawn tennis court, we have badminton, we have table tennis, and we have all the sports, you name it, almost. So past 25 years in Tesco University, we were using manual scoreboard to record the scores. Now, sometimes someone with a bad handwriting and comes in and says, I have written 7, but it is actually 1. And then there's a one hostel, men's hostel is thinking, Pakka men's hostel, and then versus Nilachal men's hostel. And they said, your score was supposed to be 1. And the guy that wrote this 7, and then there's a huge fight where there is a breakage of property and throwing things and Senti, hostel Senti is at the top. I mean, those who have been to government engineering colleges, you will know what hostel Senti is all about. And then,